Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today's Friday, October 21st, 2022. Trying to do a quick Friday show today because of the lack of time. Major League Baseball playoffs, NFL, college football, Major League Soccer playoffs, NBA, NHL, golf, NASCAR, news and notes, and best bet, Fab 5, the usual Friday. All right, we'll start with the Major League Baseball playoffs. We'll go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to the weekend and today. We only had one game yesterday, actually. And the Astros came out on top by a score of 3-2 over the Yankees to take a 2-0 series lead. Framber Valdez the loss, Framber Valdez the win, Luis Severino the loss, Ryan Presley the save. Difference in the game was a 3-run home run in the bottom of the third by Alex Bregman. And then in the top of the fourth, the Yankees got 2 runs courtesy of the Astros throwing the ball all around the field. Valdez was terrific. 7 innings for it, no runs, no walks, and 9 strikeouts. And Luis Severino had some moments outside the home run. 5 1/3, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, a walk, and 6 strikeouts. So, looking ahead to tonight, we have one game, 7:30 on Fox Sports 1, the Padres and the Phillies from Philadelphia. Game 3. It's going to be a good one. That crowd's going to be ruckus. It's Joe Musgrove and Ranger Suarez. Phillies are favored on ESPN Analytics, but like I said, I throw that out the door in the playoffs. Because they gave the Yankees a great chance to win yesterday. They almost won, but almost doesn't count in the playoffs. Padres minus 118. Phil's even money over under 7.5. Overs minus 105. Unders minus 115. Phil's plus 1.5 is minus 70. Padres minus 1.5 is plus 140. I am going to go with... I kind of think the Padres are going to have a lead after 5 because of Musgrove. I mean, Ranger Suarez at home. I know that crowd, like I said, it's going to be ruckus. I feel like I trust Musgrove on the road a little bit. So I'm going to go with the Padres first half result plus 110. I think the Padres win this game. And then Saturday at 5 o'clock, you have the Astros and the Yankees. Garrett Cole and probably Lance McCullers Jr. The Yankees are minus 146. The Astros are plus 124 over under 7. Overs minus 102. Unders minus 120. Astros plus 1.5 is minus 70. Yankees minus 1.5 is plus 140. This is the game I think the Yankees come out and win. For sure. And I don't have any specialties yet in terms of bets. I'm going to do Yankees run line minus 1.5 at plus 140. I don't feel good about that one, though. Sunday, Game 5, 2 o'clock on Fox Sports 1, Padres, Phillies. In this game, I think will be Noah Syndergaard against, if I had to guess who's pitching for San Diego, it's probably Yu Darvish. But then, wait, they play Tuesday, right? Yeah, then it's going to be Wheeler against Darvish in Game 3, actually. Or, I'm sorry, Game 4. Or, no, it's Game 5. Game 5, my bad. I think Philly wins Game 5. And then Game 4 is 7:45 on Fox. I missed that completely. This is going to be Noah Syndergaard against Mike Clevenger, I would think. What I think is going to happen is the Phillies will win Game 4 at home, and then the Padres win Game 5 on the road to make it 3-2. And then Sunday at 7 o'clock on TBS is the Astros and the Yankees. Game 4, it's Nestor Cortez, and we don't know who's going for Houston. I think it's going to be Jose Urquidy or Luis Garcia. Some combination of those guys. I think the Yankees win Game 2. After Sunday, I think it's going to be 3-2 Padres and 2-2 in the AL. If that would be my guesses. All right, NFL. We had Thursday Night Football last night. We'll recap the game and look ahead to tonight. Or I'm sorry, not tonight. Sunday. Tonight there's college football. Cardinals over the Saints, 42-34. Cardinals improved to 3-4. Saints dropped to 2-5. Kyler Murray was terrific, 20 of 29, 204 yards and a touchdown. Andy Dalton was not. 30 of 47, 361 yards, 4 touchdowns, but 3 interceptions, and 2 of them were pick sixes. That was the difference in the game, or else New Orleans wins. My over wins easily. And now we move on to Sunday. We got the first game on the board, 1 o'clock on Fox. The Falcons are at the Bengals. I think it's going to be an interesting game. I think Cincy is a team that has to win this week. No excuses. They are a 6.5-point favorite. Total is 47.5. My pick for this game is going to be the under. I project 7 and 44 and 3/5. I think that it's a lower scoring game than people expected. The loss of Cordell Patterson will still hurt the Falcons. And Cincy will win. On CBS, you have the Lions and the Cowboys. The return of Dak Prescott in this game. Dallas is a 7-point favorite. Total is 42. What? Or no, I'm sorry, 48.5. I read the wrong total. I knew something was off. So it's 7 and 48.5 on FanDuel. This is my closest projection. I have 8.5 and 48 and 3/10. I'm gonna go slight Dallas minus the 7. Also on CBS, Colts Titans. The Titans are 2.5-point favorites. Total is 42. This is another close one. I'm going to say for this one, slight under. I project 1.5 and 40 and a 10th. I just think this is a lower scoring game. I don't think the Colts offense will be as good as it was against the Jaguars. On Fox, Packers Commanders. No Carson Wentz in this one. A lot of pressure on Green Bay. They're 4.5-point favorites, total 41.5. So my pick for this one's going to be the under again. I think that the injuries to the Commanders will hurt them. And I think Green Bay's defense steps up. I project 6.5 and 38 and 9/10. Bucks Panthers from Charlotte. Oh, and I have to adjust because of the trade. So, the Panthers are 13-point home underdogs. Total is 39.5. That's a major overreaction to the trade that took place last night, which we'll get to in news and notes of Christian McCaffrey going to San Francisco. I am going to go with the Panthers getting the points. I project 9.5 and 39 and 9/20. They adjusted that line by so many points, acting like Tristan McCaffrey was a quarterback. But I always said that he was that team's everything. And I stand by the statement. And that line literally went up big time. So, I'm going to take the Panthers getting the 13. I just think that's too many points. Next up is the Giants at the Jaguars. Jacksonville's a 3-point favorite. Total is 42.5. I hate this pick a lot. I'm taking the Giants plus the 3 and plus 148. I know this is probably a Vegas nose game, so I'm probably banning this from Fab 5 for that reason. So I'll take the Giants plus the 3 and plus 148 outright. On CBS, Browns-Ravens. The Ravens are 6.5-point favorites. Total is 47.5. Yeah, that's total. Or 45.5. My mistake. I read the wrong total. So I have a nice edge on the over, and I have a nice edge on the Ravens. I project 11 and 50 and 17/20. So I'm going to go with the over 45.5 as my pick for this game. I would same game parlay that and the Ravens minus the points in a heartbeat. I think there's going to be a lot of points in that game. The Raven offense should bounce back. 4 o'clock, Jets-Broncos from Denver. The Broncos are 1-point favorites. Total is 38.5. I'm going to do slight Jets plus the 1 and even money to win outright. The Texans and the Raiders. Raiders are giving 7. Total is 45.5. I'm going to take the Texans getting to 7. I don't like the pick very much. My projections say 4 and 44. Seahawks Chargers 425 on Fox. The Chargers are 5-point favorites. Total is 50. We saw some line movement. A lot of line movement here. I'm going to check the injury report because that's a significant line move for that game. Or is it just a lot of Seahawks money? Yeah, but that's very bizarre. We knew about Slater and Bosa. Linsley's questionable. But that's bizarre that line moved that much. My projections are very close. I have 6 and 50 and 320. So I'm going to go slightly into the Chargers, believe it or not. Chiefs 49ers. Kevin Burkhardt and Greg Olsen on the call. America's game of the week. The Chiefs are giving 2.5. Total is 48.5. I'm going to go with the under in this game. I think that the 49er defense will be here to play. The Chiefs defense gets Willie Gay back. So I think that this will be a lower scoring game. I project 1.5 and 44 and 17/20. So under. And at 8:20 on NBC of the Steelers and the Dolphins. The Dolphins are 7-point favorites, total 44.5. I like Pittsburgh getting the points. I know Kenny Pickett probably won't play. I have at where things stand right now, I don't have him marked out. But he's probable. Okay, that makes me feel better about the pick. So I'm going to take Pittsburgh getting the 7. Looks like Pickett's going to play. That's incredible. I project 5 and 44 in the 20th. And then we'll save Monday night for Monday night. All right, move on to college football now. We'll go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to a busy weekend ahead. And I want to do this in 2 words. Rapid fire. So last night, 2 games. Virginia Tech over Georgia Tech 16-9 and Troy over South Alabama 10-6. 2 terrible games. All right, tonight, a terrible game on ESPN2 between Tulsa and Temple. That was on big ESPN. They moved it to ESPN2. That's how bad this game is. Oh, wait a minute. No, this game was always on ESPN2 because of the NBA. So that's my mistake. Tulsa's a 13.5-point favorite. Total is 52.5. My line is something completely different from this. And I mean completely different. And oh wait, my line's not correct. Let me make some changes here. Okay, my projection's 9-54 and 3/10, so I'm going to take Temple getting the points. And again, I think it's going to be closer than expected. And then 8 o'clock tonight on CBS Sports Network, UAB in Western Kentucky. Western's a 1.5 point favorite. Total is 59.5. Give me UAB plus 1.5 and plus 102 to win outright. All right, on the Saturday. 12 o'clock on Fox, Iowa at number 2, Ohio State. Ohio State's giving 29.5. Total is 49.5. I'm going to take Iowa getting the points. It's a day game, and that is a lot of points for Iowa State. Or Ohio State, my bad. Iowa's who they're playing. SEC Network, UT Martin, Tennessee. I project Tennessee 37, total 67 and 9/20. And by the way, I have Iowa, Ohio State 18.5 and 44.5, and then UAB, Western Kentucky 4.5 and 57 and 9/20. 12 o'clock on ABC, number 14 Syracuse and number 5 Clemson. Clemson's giving 13.5, total is 49.5. I like the over. I think there's going to be a lot of points. I project 10.5 and 53 3/4. Number 21 Cincinnati at SMU on ESPN. Cincinnati's giving 3.5, totals 58.5. I love Cincinnati minus the points. Betting against SMU has been a joy this season. ESPN 2, Kansas Baylor. Baylor's giving 9.5. Total is 58.5. I love the over. I know the quarterback's hurt from Kansas, which that would mean a line adjustment. I forgot to adjust for that injury. Jalen Daniels of Kansas. So he looks like he's out. So I have to change this. So this would come to 15. And my projection's 15 and 66 and a tenth. And it's 9.5 and 58.5. So I'll still take the over, but I don't feel good about it. CBS Sports Network, Gil Monroe and Army. Army's giving 6.5, total 55.5. I like Army minus the points. I project 12.5 and 59 and 9/20. Big Ten Network, Indiana, Rutgers. The line for this game is Rutgers is a 3.5 point favorite. Total is 47.5. I like the over. I have 2.5 and 51. ESPNU, Houston Navy. Houston's giving 2.5, total 51.5. I'm going to lay the points with Houston, believe it or not. I project 7.5 and 56 and a tenth. Akron and Kent State. Kent's giving 18.5, total 68.5. I project 9.5 and 59 3/20. It's going to be Akron. And by the way, Houston Navy, I have 7.5 and 56 and a tenth, if I didn't mention it earlier. 1 o'clock, Toledo, Buffalo. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I skipped one. 12:30, ESPN 3, Duke, Miami. Miami's giving 9.5, total 57.5. I like the under. I projected 3.5 and 53 in the fifth. 1 o'clock, Toledo, Buffalo. Toledo's giving 7.5, total 56.5. Give me Buffalo plus the points, plus 245 to win outright. I project Buffalo by a half, total 59 and 3/4. Bowling Green in Central Michigan. Central Michigan's giving 6.5, total 50.5. Give me Bowling Green. I project Central by a half, total 58.5. Actually, you know what? Changing the pick on the spot. Giving the over. I like the over better. I missed on that one. They didn't notice that. 2 o'clock, Eastern Michigan, Ball State. Ball State's giving 2.5, total 58.5. I project 7 and 58 in the 20th, so give me Ball State minus the 2.5. Northern Illinois and Ohio. Northern's giving 2.5, total 64.5. Give me Ohio plus the 2.5 and plus 128 outright. UNLV Notre Dame 2:30 on Peacock. Notre Dame's giving 27.5, total 47.5. Give me UNLV getting all the points. I project 9.5 and 51 in the fifth. And by the way, Northern Illinois, Ohio, I project 4 and 68 and 7/10. 3 o'clock, Fox Sports 1, West Virginia, Texas Tech. Tech's giving 6.5, total 64.5. Give me West Virginia plus the 6.5. I project 3 and 67 in the fifth. Rice, Louisiana Tech. I project Rice 2.5, total 57.5. I'm going to go with the over. I project Louisiana Tech by a half, total 62 and 3/5. 3:30, CBS, number 7, Ole Miss at LSU. Ole Miss in this game is a 1.5 point underdog, total 66.5. Is this Vegas knows? I don't know. I project 4 and 56 and 3/5. I'm going to go with the under. On Fox, number 9 UCLA, number 10 Oregon, the game of the week. This is the Gus Johnson game. Game day's there. My line for this one is Oregon 6.5, total 70.5. Actually, no, that's the FanDuel line. That's on my line. My line is 6.5 and 67.5. I like the under. Number 20 Texas at number 11 Oklahoma State. Texas is giving 6.5, total 6.5. Give me Oklahoma State plus a 6.5 and plus 188 outright. I project OK State by 6.5, total 64 and a 10th. Or I'm sorry, and a 20th. ACC Network, Boston College at number 13 Wake. Wake's giving 20.5, total 60.5. Give me BC plus the points. I project 12.5 and 57 and 17/20. ESPN 2, Memphis at number 25 Tulane. Tulane is giving 6.5, total 55.5. I love betting against the newly ranked teams, but I project 6 and 57 and 3/20. So slide over as the pick. BYU Liberty on ESPNU. BYU's giving 7.5, total 57.5. Give me Liberty plus a 7.5 and plus 220 outright. I project a pick in 57 and 7/20. Purdue, Wisconsin on ESPN. Wisconsin's favored by 2.5, total 51.5. Give me Purdue getting the points and plus 106. I project 6 and 55.5. Big Ten Network, Northwestern and Maryland. Maryland's a 14.5 point favorite. Total's 51.5. Slight Maryland. I project 16 and 52 and a 20th. CBS Sports Network, Western Michigan and Miami of Ohio. Miami of Ohio is giving 6.5, total 44.5. I'm going with the over. I project 5.5 and 48 in the 10th. Marshall, James Madison. JMU is favored in this game by 11.5. Total is 50.5. I'm taking Marshall getting the 11. I don't think they're going to win outright, but I do project a pick in 53 3/5. Georgia Southern, Old Dominion. Old Dominion is giving 2.5, total 66.5. I'm taking the under. I project Old Dominion by a half, total 60 and 19/20. FIU, Charlotte. Charlotte's giving 14.5, total 63.5. I'm taking FIU getting all the points. I think they can win outright. They're plus 460. I actually project FIU by 1, total 60 and 19/20. North Texas and UTSA. They can't find that game any. Oh, there it is. 9.5 and 72.5. UTSA 9.5, total 72.5. Where do I go? I'm gonna light the points. I project 15.5 and 68 and 11/20. 4 o'clock, SEC Network, Vandy, Missouri. Missouri's giving 13.5, total 49.5. I like the under a lot. I project, or I'm sorry, the over. I actually like the over. That's my mistake. I have 11.5 and 58 and 17/20. Pac-12 Network, Arizona State, Stanford. Stanford's giving 2.5, total 53.5. Give me Arizona State plus 2.5, plus 126 outright. I project 5 and 56 3/4. Hawaii and Colorado State. Colorado State's giving 5.5, total 46.5. Give me Hawaii getting the 5.5. They're plus 202 outright. I project Hawaii by a half, total 50 and 3/10. FAU UTEP. I project UTEP 9, total 53 and 9/10. And it's FAU 3.5, total 50.5. Give me UTEP plus the points, plus 152 outright. Arkansas State, Louisiana at 5. I project Louisiana by 11, total 52 and 2/5. And it's 6.5 and 51.5. I'm laying it with Louisiana. Southern Miss, Texas State. Texas State's a 2.5-point dog, total 43.5. So I'm taking Texas State plus 2.5 and plus 148 outright. I project 3.5 in favor of Texas State, total 48 and 7/20. 6 o'clock, San Jose State, New Mexico State. San Jose State's favored by 21.5, total 42.5. Give me New Mexico State getting all the points. So I project 15.5 in favor of San Jose State, total 42 and 1/10. Fresno State and New Mexico, 6:30 on Fox Sports 2. Fresno's favored by 10.5, total 40.5. Give me New Mexico getting the 10.5. I project Fresno 2.5, total 44.5. 7 o'clock, ESPN, number 24, Mississippi State at Alabama. Bama's giving 21, total 60.5. Looks like Bryce is going to play. I'm taking Miss State getting the 21. Bama's just not the same Bama. I just don't think they're going to cover. I have 17.5 and 60 and 1/5. Boise State, Air Force, CBS Sports Network. Air Force is 2.5-point favorite, total 47.5. I project 2.5 and 48 and 1/20, so slight over. 7:30 ABC, Minnesota, number 16, Penn State. How about that for an ABC game? Penn State's giving 5.5, total 44.5. I don't know if this is the Kirk Herbstreit, Chris Fowler game. I don't think so. I would say they're probably in Tuscaloosa, or and game day is at UCLA, because I don't see them flying cross country. Need to see what the later games are. So 5.5 and 48 and 9/20 is my projection. I like the over a lot in this game. A lot. SEC Network, Texas A&M and South Carolina. Texas A&M's a 3-point favorite, total 44.5. I like South Carolina plus the 3 and plus 132 outright. I project South Carolina by 3.5, total 49.5. UCF and East Carolina on ESPNU. UCF's giving 4.5, total 63.5. So this is a hard one. So I have a 5.5 point edge on UCF. And I have a nice edge on the under. I'm going to go with the under 63.5 for this game. I project UCF by 1, total 56 and 11/20. 8 o'clock, Fox Sports 1, number 17, Kansas State at number 8, TCU. This should be on a larger stage. This should be the ABC primetime game, honestly. But I don't know why it's not. TCU's giving 3.5, total 53.5. I love the over in this game. I project 3.5 and 58 and 17/20. Pac-12 Network, Colorado, Oregon State. Oregon State's giving 23.5, total 48.5. So I have a 6-point edge on the over and a 5.5 point edge on Colorado. Give me the over. I project 18 and 54.5. Pitt, Louisville on the ACC Network. Louisville's giving 2.5, total 55.5. So for this one, give me Pitt plus the 2.5 and plus 112 outright. I project Pitt 9.5 and total 55 and 17/20. 9:45 Utah State, Wyoming. Wyoming's giving 4.5, total 43.5. Give me the over. I project Utah State by half, total 50 and 3/5. On ESPN, Washington, Cal at 10:30. Washington's giving 7.5, total 55.5. Give me Cal plus 7.5 plus 245 outright. I project Cal's a 1-point favorite, total 58 and the 20th. And 10:30 on CBS Sports Network, San Diego State, Nevada. San Diego State's giving 7, total 35.5. I absolutely love the over. That is so low. I project 11 and 46 and 11/20. All right, now move on to Major League Soccer playoffs. We're going to do this rapid fire. I'm going to go over the results from last night and look ahead to the weekend. Philadelphia over Cincinnati, 1-0 as they move on to the conference finals. The goal was scored by Leon Flack in the 59th minute for Philly to get the win. And then LAFC over LA Galaxy, 3-2 in the Battle of LA as LA moves on to the conference finals. This was a wild game. First goal of the game by LAFC in the 23rd minute by Dennis Bouanga. Take a 1-0 lead. Then LA Galaxy strikes back. Samuel Granser in the 44th minute to tie it. Then second half rolls around. Bouanga again in the 80th minute to give LAFC a 2-1 lead. Then Dejan Joveljic in the 85th minute ties it at 2. And then in extra time in the 93rd minute, Christian Arango in the 93rd minute puts LAFC up 3-2 for good. And LAFC moves on to the conference finals as well. They'll face the winner of Austin Dallas. All right, Sunday, 1 o'clock on ESPN is Montreal NYCFC. This is an amazing game. Looking forward to it. Big time. Montreal's a minus 105 home favorite. NYCFC's plus 250. Draw plus 240. I love Montreal minus 105. I think they're really good. They're playing for a lot right now, and I think that they're putting it together really well. So I'm going to go Montreal minus 105. And Sunday, 8 o'clock on ESPN, Austin, Dallas. Austin's minus 110. Dallas plus 240. Draw plus 270. I'm going with Austin minus 110. They've had a dream season. And I think that they're going to win this game. I'm going to go minus 110 with Austin FC against Dallas. So Austin will play LAFC, and Montreal would play Philly. All right, now we'll move on to the NBA. We'll recap the games from yesterday real quick and go ahead to the weekend. Bucks over the Sixers, 90-88. Bucks 1-0, Sixers 0-2. Clippers over Lakers, 103-97. Clips 1-0, Lakers 0-2. Now we look ahead to tonight. 7 o'clock, you have the Pelicans against the Hornets from Charlotte. Pelicans are 7-point favorites, total 228 and a half. I'm going to lay to 7 with New Orleans. I project Hornets by Pelicans by 14.5. I didn't do totals today. I apologize. Spurs Pacers. Pacers giving 2.5. I project to have. Give me the Spurs plus the 2.5. Bulls Wiz. By the way, the total of that game is 232.5. Bulls Wiz. I project the Wiz by 3.5, and it's 2.5. Total 222.5. I like the under. No Zach LaVine in this game. 7:30 Magic Hawks. Hawks are giving 9. I project 11.5. Give me the Hawks minus the 9. Raptors Nets. Looking forward to see what this line is. Nets are giving 2.5. Total 227. Give me the Raptors plus 2.5. I think they can win outright. They're plus 122. By the way, the total in Magic Hawks is 225. On ESPN, Celtics Heat. The Celtics are giving 3 totals, 218.5. I project 2.5. Give me the over. Pistons Knicks. The Knicks are giving 7 totals, 219. That's too high. Give me Detroit getting the 7. That'll be a closer game than expected. Grizzlies Rockets. The Rockets are a 6.5-point dog. I project Grizzlies by 9.5, so give me the Grizzlies minus 6.5. The total is 232.5. Jazz Timberwolves. Wolves are giving 7.5, total 227.5. Give me Minnesota minus the points against the tanking Jazz. 10 o'clock on ESPN, Nuggets Warriors. Great game. Warriors are giving 4.5, total 229. I project 3.5. I like the under in this game because I think it's going to be some defense in this game a little bit. And then, last but not least, Suns Blazers. Suns are giving 5, total 224. I project 4. I like the over in this game. I think this is an over game. Don't feel good about that, though. Weekends games real quick. 6 o'clock NBA TV Saturday. Spurs Sixers. 7 o'clock Pistons Pacers. Celtics Magic. 8 o'clock Raptors Heat. Cavs Bulls. Rockets Bucks. 8:30 NBA TV Grizzlies Mavs. 9 o'clock Thunder Nuggets. 10 o'clock Clippers Kings. Sunday 3:30 Trailblazers Lakers. 5 o'clock Hornets Hawks. 7 o'clock NBA TV Wizards Cavs. Jazz Pelicans. 8 o'clock Timberwolves Thunder. 8:30 Kings Warriors. And 10 o'clock NBA TV the Suns and the Clippers. All right, the NHL. We will go over the games from last night and look ahead to the weekend. Bruins over the Ducks 2-1 in the shootout. Blue Jackets over the Preds 5-3. Habs over the Coyotes 6-2. Sharks over the Rangers 3-2 in overtime on a game winner by Erik Karlsson. Sens over the Capitals 5-2. Penguins over the Kings 6-1. Leafs over the Stars 3-2 in overtime on a game winner by Nicholas Robertson. Devils over the Islanders 4-1. Wild over the Canucks 4-3 in overtime on a game winner by Kirill Kaprizov for the Wild's first win of the year. Oilers over the Canes 6-4. Sabres over the Flames 6-3. Wow. And the Golden Knights over the Jets 5-2. All right, tonight's game 7:30 on ESPN Plus and Hulu. Lightning Panthers, Battle of Florida. Panthers minus 108, Lightning minus 11, over under 7, overs plus 118, unders minus 104, Lightning plus 1.5 is minus 50, Panthers minus 1.5 is plus 198. Lightning shouldn't be favored here. I'm going with the Panthers minus 108. 8:30 Red Wings Blackhawks. Wings minus 113, Blackhawks minus 108, over under 6.5, overs even money, unders minus 132. Wings minus 1.5 is plus 113, or plus 198. Blackhawks plus 1.5 is minus 250. Give me the Wings minus 113. 9 o'clock Kraken Avs. Avs minus 285. Kraken plus 230, over under 6.5, overs minus 128, unders plus 104. Avs minus 1.5 is minus 114. Kraken plus 1.5 is minus 106. I'm going Avs puck line minus 1.5 and minus 114. Saturday, 1 o'clock Wild Bruins, Sharks, Devils, 4 o'clock Blues, Oilers, Coyotes, Sens, 7 o'clock Pens, Jackets, Stars, Habs, Islanders, Lightning, Kings, Caps, Leafs, Jets, 8 o'clock Flyers, Preds, 10 o'clock Hurricanes, Flames, Sabres, Canucks, Avs, Golden Knights. Sunday, 2 o'clock Kraken, Blackhawks on ESPN, Ducks, Red Wings. That's weird. Isles, Panthers, Blue Jackets, Rangers, and 7 o'clock the Sharks and the Flyers. All right, now I'll move on to golf. We'll do a quick check at the leaderboard of the CJ Championship. All right, notables. In first with 7 under, Lucas Hodges tied for second with 6 under. Trey Mullinax, Cam Davis, Gary Woodland tied for 5th with 5 under. Seamus Power, Kurt Katayama, Aaron Weiss, Wyndham Clark, Rory McIlroy. Tied for 11th with 4 under. Siwoo Kim, Taylor Moore, Victor Hovland, Sanjay Im, Alex Loren, Kanku Lee, and Brian Harmon. Tied for 18th with 3 under. Sebastian Munoz, Taylor Hogue, Dylan McCarthy, Justin Thomas, Shane Lowry, Brett Horschel, Brendan Steele, Brendan Todd, Tyrell Hatton. Tied for 27th with 2 under. JJ Spawn, John Rahm, Keith Mitchell, Danny Willett, Lucas Glover, Matt Kuchar, Jason Day, Adam Ponton, and Maverick McGilley. Tied for 38th with 1 under. Colin Morikawa, Sam Burns, Alex Molly, Christian Ziedenhout, Corey Connors, Chris Kirk, Harry English, John Ha, and Matt Fitzpatrick. Tied for 47th at even. Mito Pereira, Sub Straka, Scotty Scheffler, Webb Simpson, Hideki Matsuyama, Keegan Bradley, Adam Hadwin, Emiliano Grillo. Tied for 56th with 1 over. Max Homa, Troy Merritt, Scott Stallings. Tied for 60th at 2 over. Cam Young, Luke List, Ryan Henley, Tommy Fleetwood, Kevin Kisner. Tied for 68th with 3 over. Ricky Fowler, Ryan Palmer. Tied for 73rd with 4 over. Jordan Spieth and Cesar V. And tied for 77th with 8 over. Sahith Thiglia. All right, now I'll move on to NASCAR. We have 3 races this weekend. Oh, wait a minute. It might be 2. Let's see. Yeah, it is 2. So we have we do have 3. Never mind. So we'll start with the Truck Series. 1 o'clock, Fox Sports 1 from Homestead, Miami. So let's see here. For NASCAR. All right, the Baptist Health Cancer Care 200. My pick to win this race. Let's go with Ben Rhodes at 15-1. Xfinity 430 on USA from Homestead. The Contender Boats 300. The pick. I'm going to pick this guy until he comes through in double-digit odds. I'm going to go with A.J. Allmendinger for the 2nd week in a row here. And then the Cup Series. 230 NBC from Homestead, Miami. This is a tough one. This is always a fun race. There's just some good odds that jump out. I'm going to go with Truex Jr., Martin Truex Jr. at 12-1 to win the Dixie Vodka 400. All right, now I'll move on to news and notes for today. I'm going to try to do this as fast as I can. Jets wide receiver Elijah Moore back at practice after he requested a trade. We know the big story that Christian McCaffrey got traded to the San Francisco 49ers for 4 picks. The 2023 Rams 2nd-round pick, a 3rd and a 4th for this year, and a 5th in 2024. A stunning trade. They get a big upgrade at that position. It does make sense. It accounts for the loss of Elijah Mitchell. For the season, he's an upgrade over Elijah Mitchell too. And you can make a case this makes them the team to beat in the NFC West with this trade. And then he had a goodbye message for the Panthers, which was short and sweet. I suggest you guys check it out. So I forgot to change that line projection to Chiefs by 1.5 with McCaffrey now. The Rams also made a push for Christian McCaffrey. the Bills were not in the deal at the end. So that's wild that the Rams almost got him. DJ Moore trade unlikely, as the Panthers consider him to be a foundational piece. So a trade would be tough to execute. Yikes. Elijah Moore was unhappy and excused from practice for personal reasons, but sources say absence is more football related. So Dak Prescott will be back on Sunday, we talked about earlier. Darren Waller likely out against the Texans due to a hamstring injury. We're going to do NBA now. Pistons investigating assistant GM Rob Murphy, who is on leave as there is an allegation of workplace misconduct with the former female employee. Yikes. I mean, yikes. Cavs guard Darius Garland out a couple of days after sustaining an eye injury against the Raptors. Joe Harris will be back for Brooklyn tonight, making his season debut. Miles Turner out 1 week due to an ankle injury, as an ankle landed on a ball boy during warm-ups yesterday. That's a tank for Victor Wembanyama type of injury, quote-unquote. Yikes. Everybody's roasting the Lakers after they go 0-2. Kawhi came off the bench against the Lakers to manage his minutes. That was stupid, I think, although they did end up getting the win. Astros fans chanted, "Who's your daddy?" after the Game 2 win. I mean, not wrong. They've owned them pretty much, especially in Houston. I mean, not at Yankee Stadium, but in Houston, they've owned them. The Yankees have not won a playoff game in Houston other than one game. It was Game 1 in 2019. The Twins want to bring back Carlos Correa. They plan to bid on him this winter and may stretch to re-sign him. Ted Leonsis is eyeing the Nationals as they're the front runners to purchase the Nats. That's crazy. So Leonsis would own the Nationals, the Capitals, and the Wizards. So that's it for news and notes. And now we'll do Best Bet, brought to you by FanDuel. It's going to be interesting what I do with these picks. I'm going to do a half unit per pick. All right, so best bet. I'm going to go against this team for a second time in 3 days. They're tanking. It's the Jazz. I'm winning the 7.5 at Minnesota in their home opener against the Jazz. They're so much better than Utah. Rudy Gobert revenge game on top of that. And I'm going to lay the points with the Minnesota Timberwolves. All right, Fab Five. We'll start with college. I like the college slate the more I think about it. First pick, I'm going against SMU again. I'm taking Cincinnati minus the points against SMU. Cincinnati should win this game going away. So I'm going to take that. The second pick, I'm going to go with Oklahoma State getting the 6.5 against Texas. I just think that Oklahoma State getting that many points at home is a lot. The next pick, I'm going to go over 49.5 between Vandy and Missouri. I think that is a higher scoring game than everybody expects. I'm going over 49.5 between Vandy and Missouri. Pick number 4 of the Fab Five. I'm going to take Cal getting the 7.5 against Washington. I just think that Cal at home will play Washington to the end. And the last pick is over 35.5 between San Diego State and Nevada. And then the money line underdog pick of the week, I'm going to take the Liberty Flames at plus 220 to knock off BYU. I just don't like what I've seen from BYU of late. All right, the NFL Fab Five. This was a harder one of the two. So, the first pick of the Fab Five, I'm going to take the over 45.5 between the Ravens and the Browns. I just think that's a higher scoring game than people are going to expect. I really don't like the next pick, but I have to do it. I'm taking the Texans getting the 7 at the Raiders. I just think that without Darren Waller, I think the Texans hang around. The next pick, I'm going to go with the under 48.5 between the Chiefs and the 49ers. I know Christian McCaffrey's there now, but I think that the 49ers want to run the ball a lot. So I'm going to go under 48.5 between the Chiefs and the 49ers. The next pick, all these picks are so close. So that's why it's so hard to actually work this out. I just don't want to pick the Panthers. I'm not going to do it. So the fourth pick, I'm going to take the under 41.5 between the Packers and the Commanders. So, that's going to be the next pick. I just think it's a lower scoring game than people might expect. I think this could be your classic Green Bay wins 27-10 type of game. And then the fifth pick of the Fab Five, I don't like this pick either, but I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers getting the 7 at Miami. I just don't know how Tua's going to look. Kenny Pickett should play. So I'm going to take Pittsburgh getting the 7 against Miami. And I think that's 5 for the NFL that I just put down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so underdog pick of the week. The Jet line went down too far. I don't want to pick the Giants, but that's like the only pick that's on the board that I have to go with. I'm abandoning my rule of avoid the Vegas nose line, and I'm going to take my beloved New York Giants for the second week in a row to knock off the Jaguars. I don't feel good about it, but that's where I have to go for Moneyline Pick of the Week. So there you have it for today's podcast. I'll be back on Monday recapping everything and looking ahead to everything come Monday. And then obviously news and notes and best bet I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, everyone.